The fight for top 8 in the Champions League is still on. All that Real Madrid have to do is go out there next week and beat Sydney Sweeney FC by at least 7 goals, and there's a chance. Now, look, more than likely, it's not going to happen, but there is still hope because Real Madrid took care of business today at the Bernabéu in a big victory over RB Salzburg with a 5-1 scoreline. Now, conceding that goal at the end was super annoying. It does hurt our goal difference. But regardless, the most important thing that we needed from today's match was those 3 points. And the boys went out there and they took care of business. Now, I am happy that we won, but I'm not really that happy with the performance that I saw across 90 minutes. I know that 5-1 on paper, it looks fantastic. And you might think that we dominated, especially if you didn't watch the game. But I'm here to tell you right now, we did not play that well. And we're going to talk about it because there are some negatives that we got to get into, but there are a lot of positives that I do want to start with. So I need you guys to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section, and let me know what you thought about this match. And also let me know who your man of the match was, because my man of the match is none other than Rodrygo, the best Bengali player that we know. What a baller. The form that he's on right now, not many players could chat to him in world football. I've been trying to tell you guys for years now how much of a top player Rodrygo is. There's a reason why he is my favorite player at this club. The guy scored a brace today in that first half. If it wasn't for Rodrygo, we're going into halftime 0-0. It's not looking good. So, I got to give him credit. The way that he took both of those goals, I mean, the touch and then the finish. Not many players are able to put those chances away. You saw him the other day cook Las Palmas on the left, and we all know, right? Rodrygo's a monster on the left. That's his preferred position. But today, the job that he did on the right, we got to give him a lot of credit for that. And I think Rodrygo, unfortunately, if he wants to stay at Real Madrid long term and be a starter, he has to lock down that right wing, because he's never going to get a chance to play consistently on the left because of Vinicius. So the right is for the taking. And Rodrygo is a player that I really don't want us to sell. But to be honest, I just don't think that we're going to ever get the best version of Rodrygo at Real Madrid. And with that being said, the version that we're getting at the club right now is still a top 10 winger in world football. This guy is Mr. Champions League. We're talking about Man City's owner. I think Rodrygo is 5th all time in Champions League scoring for Real Madrid. What a player this guy is. He is my man of the match. Scored the brace, was linking play well, was involved in the build-up. I'm telling you, son, this guy is a monster. Now, another player that scored a brace today was Vinicius, right? I actually think that Vinny was solid, right? I don't think Vinicius was amazing today, but I think that he had a good shift, right? The first half was very unforgettable, and to be fair to him, he should have got an assist for Rodrygo, but Jude tried to control the ball, wasn't able to. Then it bounces to Rodrygo, who puts it away. So they gave the assist to Jude, but Vinicius was the one that actually created that chance. I think the second half, he was a lot better than the first. Mbappe as well got a goal. I expected a lot more from Mbappe today, right? I thought Mbappe, and I think everybody was expecting Mbappe to get at least a brace, right? Everybody in the watch-along was talking about the Mbappe hat trick that we thought we were going to see today, especially with the form that he was on. But we didn't go out, or he didn't go out there and put in that good of a performance. Yes, he did score a goal, but that was more so from the goalkeeper making a mistake. I do have to give Mbappe credit for the pressing to create that mistake. But just overall, Mbappe was kind of invisible today. I think our midfield was decent, right? Jude got 2 assists. I already explained how one of them is a shameless assist. But the back heel, the little 1-2, the link-up play between him and Rodrygo for the second goal, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Put some more respect on Jude's name. I think he had a solid game. He was our best midfielder. Luka Modric, Dani Ceballos, that first half, they were getting overrun. And to be honest, I was very disappointed with how they played that first half because I thought with them two being out there, we would be able to control the ball a lot more. We would be a lot better in possession, but we weren't until the second half. So decent from them, right? The back line, Mendy was solid. Rudiger and Asensio were solid. And I think Valverde was solid. Thibaut Courtois was decent as well. Maybe you could say that the last goal, he should have saved it. But look, it's really hard for me to just go in on Courtois. I think that the defending for the goal that Salzburg scored wasn't the best. And I think the player just took it really well. So look, fair enough. But I want to know what you guys are saying, bro, because there's just so many thoughts that I do have, right? Another positive is Carlo Ancelotti, right? A guy who, let's be real, his job was on the line today. Carlo needed to win this game. Real Madrid came into this day sitting 22nd in the Champions League table. Only 3 spots above relegation, basically. We have not been good in the UCL. And if we would have lost tonight, Carlo would have got sacked right there at full time. And I think, tactically, still not the best in terms of our style of play. I think Carlo has to find a balance of giving players freedom, but also trying to mix in some instruction. But because we won, I'm not going to talk about it too much. But I think Carlo's substitutions today were perfect. Carlo actually surprised me. He made the right subs at the perfect times. We all know Carlo's somebody that waits until like the 90th minute before he makes a change. But today, he actually realized that, yeah, we're up 4-0. Let's start making some changes here. So, fair enough. I also have to say that the goal that Vinicius scored, right? The build-up from the back, the link play from the team, that was one of our best passes of football that led to a goal this season. So Carlo has to get some credit today. We're not going to go too much in on him. Now, as far as negatives are concerned, that first half was shit. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Second half FC had to turn up once again because the way that we got into a back and forth match with RB Salzburg at the Bernabéu is inexcusable. There is no time ever that a team that is sitting 5th in the Austrian Bundesliga should be going at us the way that they were. In the first half, Salzburg were the better team. Literally. They looked more dangerous. They were winning the ball back. They looked better in possession. They were in and around our final third. They just weren't clinical. They had maybe one good chance in the opening 10 minutes. Their shot went just wide. And then after that, even though they looked good on the ball, I think defensively, we dealt with them pretty well. And then we took our chances and we got 2 goals. But do not get it mistaken. Salzburg were the better team that first half. And that's why I'm not that happy with the performance. It was once again a very slow start from us. And Salzburg are dirt. They are ass. They have been awful in the Champions League this season. And we let them get a goal. We need that goal difference. We're up 5-0. At least just keep the clean sheet. And then we let them score at the end. Do you know how important that goal difference is going to be after next week's games? Us conceding that goal could possibly be the difference between us making the top 8 or not. Now, I don't really care about if we finish top 8, right? I know that it's a better thing to do because now we don't have to play in an extra game. But honestly, I still expect us to make the round of 16 regardless, right? I think that we are still the team to beat in this competition. This is my competition, all right? So, we've been pretty trash in the UCL this season by our standards, but our form is picking up. Second half performance was really good, right? I don't know what it is. It's almost as if in the first half of games, our players wake up 5 minutes before the game starts. It's as if they're eating a big meal before the game starts. It's crazy how slow and lethargic we look today. But the second half activated, and we just woke up. They were on smoke. The way that we were controlling possession, the way that we were now the team that was creating all these chances. We could have honestly battered Salzburg today if we played like that in the first half as well. And I think that the manager has to find a way for us to play better in the first half of games. We cannot just keep relying on second half performances and other teams not being clinical. But all in all, I am happy with the dub. 3 points, very much needed. Now, I do want to look at the table really quickly because, as I said when I opened up this stream, right, there is still a possibility that we can get into this top 8. We would just need to go out there next week and absolutely dominate Brest. We would need to score at least 7 goals. Now, the odds of us doing that, pretty slim, but let's not act like we are not more than capable of doing that. So, look, big game next week. We're going to need some help, right? We're going to need Bayern to lose again. We're going to need Dortmund to lose again, right? Some teams that I'm seeing above us is an absolute joke. I'm actually getting mad with how poor we've been in the UCL this season when I'm seeing teams like Brest, Lille, Feyenoord, Monaco. Teams like this above us is a disgrace. So, look, the boys got to wake up, man. But good second half performance to get us over the line. And again, Rodrygo, my man of the match. Make sure that you guys get in that comment section. Let me know what you're saying for this game. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. And come on, boys. Holla Madrid!